Hello there. You're home now, are you? Come in. Don't stand by the door any longer. The wind is bitterly cold tonight. Gently close the door. That's it. Make sure it's properly latched. Leave the snowstorm behind you. Here, inside this wooden cabin, there's only warmth and quiet. Take off that heavy coat. Brush the snow from your shoulders. And come, sit down in this familiar armchair. I've just added a few large logs to the fireplace. Can you hear the fire? Crackle. Crackle. Such a comforting sound, isn't it? Take a deep breath in. Notice the scent of burning pine and the soft aroma of herbs drifting from the hot cup of tea in my hands. Let your shoulders drop. Release the tension from your brow, tight from all those worries. Tonight, there's nowhere we need to rush off to. Time seems to slow down here, in this warm, quiet space, while the storm howls outside. I'd like to take your mind somewhere else. Somewhere filled with sunshine and the gentle rhythm of ocean waves. Close your eyes and listen to the story of the fisherman and the businessman. The story begins in a small fishing village along the beautiful coast of Mexico. There, the sky is always a deep turquoise blue. Sea breezes drift in, carrying the fresh, salty air. Early one morning, just as the sun rose and cast golden light across the shimmering water, a wealthy businessman from the city was strolling along the harbor. He noticed a small wooden boat slowly docking. On board was a lone fisherman, calmly untangling his net. In his basket were several large, freshly caught yellowfin tuna. The businessman stepped closer, impressed. "Such fresh fish," he said. "How long did it take you to catch them?" The fisherman looked up, smiling gently, his voice as calm as the waves. "Oh, not long at all, sir. The sea was kind today." "Not long?" the businessman asked, surprised. "Why didn't you stay out longer? If you spent a few more hours at sea, you could catch twice, even 3 times as much." The fisherman kept his easy smile. "This is enough for my family today," he replied softly. "And there's a little extra to share with my neighbors." The businessman, whose mind was always racing with numbers and productivity, couldn't understand. "So, what do you do with the rest of your day?" he asked. "Don't you feel you're wasting time?" The fisherman answered slowly, gazing toward his small home. "The rest of the day? Well, I sleep in a little and enjoy the sunrise. Then I go fishing for a while. At midday, I come home and take a peaceful nap with my wife. In the afternoon, I play with my children. And in the evening, I stroll into the village, sip some wine, and play the guitar with my friends. My life is full in its own way." The businessman scoffed, adjusting his expensive tie. With the confidence of someone who believed he knew better, he said, "Listen, my friend, I have an MBA from Harvard, and I can help you change your life. First, you should spend the entire day fishing. Don't come back so early. You'll earn more money. With that money, you'll buy a bigger boat, then another, and eventually, a whole fleet of fishing vessels. Instead of selling to middlemen, you'll open your own cannery. You'll leave this tiny village, move to a big city, maybe even New York, and run your empire from towering skyscrapers." The fisherman listened quietly, folding his net. Then he asked gently, "And how long would all that take, sir?" The businessman calculated. "About 15 to 20 years, if you work hard and don't take breaks." "And then what?" the fisherman asked. The businessman's face lit up. "That's the best part. You take the company public, sell your shares, and become incredibly rich. You'll make millions. You'll be on top of the world." "Millions of dollars," the fisherman repeated calmly. "And then what?" The businessman continued enthusiastically. Then you retire. You move to a small fishing village by the sea, just like this one. You sleep in, fish a little for pleasure, play with your grandchildren, take peaceful afternoon naps with your wife, and in the evenings, stroll into the village, drink wine, and play guitar with your friends. And then, the businessman fell silent. He froze. He looked at the fisherman, then at himself. His words hung in the air before dissolving into the sound of the waves. He realized that the distant goal he wanted the fisherman to sacrifice 20 years of youth and health to reach was the very life the fisherman was already living. The fisherman smiled, a smile as generous as the sea itself. He bowed politely, lifted his basket of fish, and walked home. Toward the sound of children laughing and the smell of food drifting warmly through the afternoon sun. My friend, the fire feels good, doesn't it? Sometimes we're just like that businessman, always rushing, always planning, chasing a distant future where we hope we'll finally be allowed to rest. We tell ourselves, just push a little harder, endure a little longer, then I'll be happy. But why wait for the storm to pass before lighting the fire? Why wait another 20 years before allowing yourself a good night's sleep? Happiness isn't a destination at the end of the horizon. It's the way you walk the path. It's in the cup of tea you're holding, in the warmth of this fire, in the stillness of this moment. You don't need to run anywhere. You've already arrived. That peaceful fishing village lives right within you. Let go of worries about the fish you haven't caught yet. Set aside the grand plans for now. Let the snowstorm fall. Here, you're safe. Your eyes are growing heavy. Your breathing has slowed. Let sleep come naturally, like a boat drifting gently on a calm sea. Sleep now. Sleep well, and be at peace.